in this video. Joan MIR disappointed, unable to understand the lack of rear grip. Marc MARQUEZ reveals self-doubts, praises teammate Paul Espargaro. And Gardner furious with Darryn Binder for monkey-like riding. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Matching and sometimes beating Ducati in terms of top speed, Suzuki have made a huge stride over the winter break. Naturally, the expectations were hyped and both Suzukis in top 3 after the practice sessions further fueled the fire. Although both Suzukis qualified poorly, they were both expected to make their way up the order and have their say in the fight for the victory. But both Suzuki struggled to gain places, finally finishing in underwhelming P6 and P7. The 2020 World Champion, who had spring in his steps until the lights out on Sunday, is now terribly disappointed and is unable to understand the lack of rear grip in the race. Describing the season opener, Joan MIR started. It was a really physical race because the pace was really high. I was struggling on the last 15 laps of the race and it was difficult. Honestly, I am a bit disappointed because I didn't expect what happened in the race. I made a good start. I was there. My feeling was really good. But then I started to have trouble. And I think a lot of people did with the front tire which started moving. I think it's normal because it's a soft tire and in this track if you are riding in 1 minute 54s, the front tire will start to move. If you are at the front, you have less trouble than if you are behind. So this I think was a more normal issue. What happened with the rear grip, that is something that we must work on a little bit because the rear dropped a lot and I was having a lot of trouble making the bike go forward. Now tire management used to be Suzuki's strongest point. So naturally, Joan MIR was puzzled. MIR continued. Normally we are good in that area and it's an area that I always try to care about a lot. Now we have to try to understand why it happened and to understand what we can do to be better on the last laps because right now it is difficult to understand. Joan MIR is hopeful that this isn't a huge concern and can be easily fixed by fine-tuning the setup. MIR said, "We don't have to rebuild the bike to fix this. I think it was more setup or geometry kind of issue. We are trying to understand a bit more. It is only the first race and honestly, I think the people who struggled here will not struggle so much in the future. So I am not worried." Marc MARQUEZ has not kept it a secret that he is not comfortable with the new Honda RC213B. The lack of the front end feeling means MARQUEZ cannot push the bike into the corners like he once used to. Although he finished 4 seconds behind the race winner in P5, MARQUEZ still felt that it was a solid race given his current circumstances. Explaining himself, Marc started. There are 2 factors. First, the confidence with the front is not the highest at the moment and I'm struggling a bit more to understand. And second, in the warm-up, I had this small crash, so I had those doubts as well. And in Qatar, historically for me, I always struggle with the front tire and this time was no different. Praising his teammate Paul Espargaro who finished on the podium, MARQUEZ said, "During all the weekend, he was riding better than me. He is able to stop the bike a lot on entry and he is using the rear brake a lot. I can't use this rear brake because if I do, I lose the rear. Anyway, it's good to have a good reference inside the box." And reigning Moto2 World Champion, Gardner was happy to be the only rookie to score a point at the Qatar GP and he did that by beating Darryn Binder for P15 by 0.012 seconds. However, the Australian was unhappy with Binder's riding style which he felt was like he was on a Moto3 bike. Gardner started. He was kind of riding like he was on a Moto3 bike, just all over the place and was coming on the line without looking and going wide. It was just a bit of a disaster to get by him. Hopefully I can catch up with him and have a chat with him. These aren't Moto3 bikes and we are not fighting for first, we are fighting for last, so we don't need to be riding like complete monkeys out there. Binder was confused by Gardner's comments and claims that he doesn't know what Remy is talking about. Binder said, "Remy and I battled in the race. We passed each other a load of times and especially in the last lap I gave it a good go. It's the first race of the year. Sure, we are only fighting for 15th, but at the end of the day I wanted to beat him. I wanted to be the first rookie and I wanted that 1 point. I don't understand exactly what he means, but from my side I was just racing." If you made it till here and are still not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.